Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Legier, and I am starting my new video show that's going to air every Thursday night from 8, 8:30, 9, I don't know, whatever. I can do as long as I want, I guess. But my main focus in this is, I'm a paranormal investigator, but I also am a law of attraction practitioner and a certified life coach. So that's what I really want to focus on in these videos. I want to start helping people to live a better life, basically, and move forward from where they are. I mean, where you are now is fine. It's where you're supposed to be. It's like you've learned lessons in life. And so I'm going to show you that too, that problems aren't really problems all the time. A lot of times problems are just lessons in life that when you look back, they kind of showed you the cycle that you were in, and they showed you that basically you're going to keep repeating those cycles. But first of all, what I want to do is explain law of attraction, which I'm really not going to use the word law of attraction. It's very overused. So I would like to call it, um, let's say, law of cause and effect, because it is what it is. If basically law of cause and effect is one of the laws of the universe, like gravity. I mean, you don't question gravity. It's when you drop something, you know it's going to drop. It's the same thing with law of attraction. It is working whether things are going good for you or whether things are going bad for you. It's basically, we live in a vibrational universe. So our thoughts, it's a scientific fact now that our thoughts are basically vibrations that go out into the universe. And, if there's a group of good thoughts that go out, all of a sudden you notice great things happening in your life. Unfortunately, it's the same thing with bad thoughts. If you're just sending these thoughts out, oh no, it's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to pay these bills. Oh no, I'm never going to find the lover I want. Oh no. You're sending those thoughts out too. So, I mean, basically, it's working either way. People say, oh, it doesn't work for me. I don't have my pile of money yet. Like, well, that's exactly why you don't, because you just said, I don't have my pile of money. So you're sending that out there, and the universe is saying, oh, he doesn't want a pile of money, so let's take all of his money away. That's the way it works. So, with that explained, I mean, we are all connected. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to live this life as a group. I mean, when we look past, this flesh and bones and whatever we are, we're all source. We're all connected to one big source. I mean, us, trees, birds, animals, everything. It's all connected. So, and that being said, I mean, you see signs all around you. Once you can open yourself up to start seeing these signs and seeing what's going on around you, it's you're gonna start with a new perspective of things. It's basically, I mean, you might see a bird that flies by that really has a meaning to you. It's just kind of like, like for me, my spirit bird is the hawk. And so the other day I just saw a hawk just sitting on a tree. And a hawk is connection to spirit. And I mean, all animals have, a connection to everything. It's the universe is, a lot of people think that we live in a world that is, it's just evil and all that. But that's the thoughts that are going out that are making that happen. See, I mean, if you can change your thoughts and block all that out, then basically what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing better stuff happening in your life. You know, I mean, if you start complaining about things and you're putting that out there, it's a vibration that you're putting out there. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, one bad thought is going to do this or two bad thoughts, but if it's continuous and you're living in the past and you're going over things and you're going over and over them and, oh, I wish I did this different, I wish I did that different, then what's going to happen is, you know, it's you're wasting your time. All right, here's one bit of philosophy that I live by. You can't change your past. You can only learn from it and accept the good memories from it. The future hasn't happened yet, so you can't really worry about it. The only time you have is now. Right this very moment is when you're going to do all of your manifesting, if that's what you want to call it. Because right now is when you're sending out your vibrations and your thoughts that are going to be coming back to you. And those are, you know, basically the old saying, I'll believe it when I see it, that's backwards. It should be, I'll believe it, then I'll see it. Because you need to become that person that you want to be. You need to, you know, feel that thing. I mean, that new car that you want. You need to feel that big bank account. You need to feel, you know, in love with that person that you vision. Because what you're doing is you're showing the universe that basically you're fine without it. And you're okay, and you're happy, and you're sending out the vibration. And then you're going to see things come into your life that you can't even explain. I mean, basically, there are no problems. A problem is just a cycle of something that is something that you don't want. It's the contrast to what you want. And without the contrast, you wouldn't realize the joy. I mean, without sorrow, you wouldn't feel joy. Without pain, you wouldn't know what goodness is. Because it's basically, to all light, there is a dark. And that's the way it goes. Because, I mean, you wouldn't know how wonderful something is unless you've seen the bad part of it. But the good thing is all of these thoughts that we do put out, you know, we put them out and we put them out, and they're kind of being saved in an escrow, I guess you could call it. And it's like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. But if you're not at the right vibration for that, then you're not going to see it. I mean, you need to know it's coming. If you say you make a wish and you put out this thing and you sit around waiting for it, what you're telling the universe or God, God if you want to say God, what you're doing is you're saying you don't trust in the process. When you buy furniture, say you bought furniture on a Sunday and it's showing up Thursday, you don't sit around waiting for it, you know, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's like, oh, I know it's coming, I know it's coming. Because you know it's coming. So you go about your business, you forget about it, you let it go, and then Thursday comes and you go and you wait for it. That's the way it goes. That's the same thing with the when you're trying to manifest something. You need to let it go. You need to just put it out there, let it go, and do something else. Keep yourself busy because it's coming. And I mean, you can think about it and you can think of how it's going to make you feel. You could actually feel that way that it's going to make you feel. And that's like the best thing you can do. Because, you know, you're showing the universe, it's like, you know, even if I don't get this thing, I'm going to be happy because that's just the way it is. And I guarantee you it's coming. Because that's the way it works. I mean, there's faith. You need to have faith in what you're doing. And I mean, that's where most people mess up is, they go through this big change and they change themselves. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to start saying affirmations. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's like, oh, the universe. But what happens is if you're in a situation that you're trying to change and it's like you're just want to change it so bad that you do this, you go through your affirmations, you do whatever you're going to do, and you start thinking positive thoughts, but then you start seeing the same situation pop up. Maybe it's different in some way, but it's still the same situation. So you say to yourself, oh, look at this stuff doesn't work. Well, you know what? It is working because that situation comes to you because it's trying to test you to see if you have changed, if you will react differently to it instead of the usual way that you reacted. And once you do that, you've broken it. You've broken that cycle and you can move on. But until then, you'll still see the same, it's called an echo. It's once you break a pattern, you'll see some echoes that are going to prove to God and the universe that you have changed the way you think about it. So that's the way it works. I mean, if most people could just, they are. It's starting. Things are changing, and people are really they're starting to see things differently. And I mean, once there's a shift, I mean, if there's a major shift in the world, you're going to start seeing a lot of positive changes. I mean, I think actually 2012, when the Mayans in 2012, the 21st of December, that was the Mayans' last day of the calendar, and I mean that was the end of the old world, and the new world just began. But everyone expected like, oh, we're gonna see lights in the sky. There's gonna be people disappearing. There's gonna be this and that. So I mean, people were a little disappointed, I guess you could say. But what happened was it was the start of a new world. It was the start of basically um, 2012. There was a lot of tragedies going on, a lot of confusion, a lot of problems all over the world. So people, were just confused. 2013, people started to they started to become leaders in this spiritual movement and a new way of life. And then there was people that were just staying where they are. And everybody's going to change because of this. I mean, the change is coming, and the quicker you get onto it and start the change, the better off you're going to be because it's gonna happen. But in 2013, people were kind of picking their teams. They're like saying, "Oh, I like this spiritual stuff, and I'm ready for change." And I mean, good things started happening. I mean, you started looking at things differently. You started looking at problems like, why was this? What is this problem? And instead of saying, "Oh no, I didn't have the money for this," I'm like, what am I doing wrong that I didn't have the money for that? And then you start asking questions, you're gonna get answers, and they're gonna come to you in ways that maybe you didn't even think of. Maybe that just ways that when you look back and you just go, "Wow, how did that all even happen? I can't even picture that happening," but it does. 2014, things are getting more settled. The Earth is doing a little shift. It's getting used to this, and I mean, this is a new time, and it's a new era, and you're gonna notice a lot more people going more towards the spiritual and kind of, I hate to say it, but away from the churches and away from organized religion, and I mean, organized religion, if that's what's your thing, that's fine, because if it helps you to be spiritual. But I mean, you're basically, what you're doing is you're going through a mediator to talk to source. When all you we all can talk to Source without a mediator. We can just basically, we're connected to Source. So we can talk and get answers. And I mean, there's infinite information that we can get. But I mean, a church is basically a mediator. So you go to the church and the church talks to God. You know, God talks to the church and the church talks to you. Do you ever play that game where you have people sitting in a circle and somebody says something to another person, someone says something to another person, someone says something to another person, and it goes around the circle. When the time gets to you, it's not even what you said. Well, that's kind of what happens with that. I mean, you're not getting your full connection because it's you and Source that should be talking, not through someone and getting their messages. But I would have asked the churches, because if people go there and it helps them to be spiritual and it helps them on their path, that's good. I'm happy with that. So I guess we'll just leave it at that. But I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, this is a vibrational universe, that everything is vibration, and it's all on the frequency in the tones that you're putting out there that is what's coming back to you. I mean, I've learned this in the paranormal field, that this is where all of this law of attraction and everything started. I started looking for answers to questions of, um, because I could feel the vibrations. I've always felt energy, and I've always been able to dispense energy and, do different things with it. And until recently, when I really started to practice with it, I mean, I think what we can do with it is infinite. But right now, I mean, we're just at the threshold. But I mean, back to paranormal. When I used to go on ghost hunts, I could feel, or let's say investigation. Hunts are kind of a nasty word for this, because we're not hunting them. What are we going to do if we catch them? But anyway, so I would go on investigations, and when I first started out, I could feel in different rooms, and I could feel, oh, this room's kind of heavy. Oh, this room's light. This, or this, oh, I feel good in this room. And then there's areas where you can just feel, heaviness, and somebody's angry there. And as that went on, I got some mentoring from some other people, and they kind of like were confirming what I was feeling. So I kind of went with it, and I started helping other people with their investigations. I mean, because I don't even have to really be there, really. I mean, I can just feel the energy of these different places that I'm not even there, but I can sense what's going on. So, I mean, as time went on, I've learned different frequencies. I mean, if you've got like a nasty ghost or something, there's frequencies you can send that will make them go away. And there's frequencies that if you want to help someone cross over, you can bring that up and you can help them cross over. Same thing with people, I've learned. I mean, everybody is a healer. Everybody is, I mean, basically, Jesus said, um, what Jesus said was not to follow me. He's like, be as I am, which in his words was, I mean, you are me. You can do everything I can do. Don't follow me. Be as I am. And I do believe that we can all do that. I mean, when you have a cut on your finger, you don't look at it and say, heal, heal. It just heals. It's the same thing with any disease, I think. I mean, a lot of them are brought on by energy, and a lot of them are brought on by energy that's trapped. So, I mean, basically, if we can keep our energy and our chakras, which is our main center of everything on us, if we can keep that flowing, then basically, I mean, you're going to stay healthy. If you start to worry about things and you start to trap your energy, then that means your energy is not going to be able to keep flowing and going up and down and going everywhere it's supposed to go. So if you can, just quiet your mind and forget about what's going to happen tomorrow. Forget what's going to happen a month from now. Forget about what happened in the past, but live for now and say, this is it. This is where I start. This is it. And it's going to help you. It's just going to move everything along and just keep it smooth. All right, one thing I would like to do on each of my shows is I've been looking up these different types of meditations, and seeing as though this is my first show, I think this would be a good one to start with. So what I want to do is basically I'm going to walk you through this, and if you guys could do this once a day, once a week, whatever, it's going to help you to. What this exercise does is it helps you to connect to your higher source. It helps you to, see that things are, basically not just flat and they just, they're, I don't know, I can't even explain. But let's do it, and you'll see what I mean as you do it. Okay, close your eyes, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Once again, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. With your eyes closed, picture a triangle, just flat on the ground. It could be any color you want. It could be any background in the background, whatever works for you. There is no wrong. There is no right in this. Just picture a triangle laying on the ground flat. Now in your mind, picture that triangle popping up and turning into a 3D. Spin it if you want. Picture all the sides of the triangle. You can spin it. You can do whatever you want. Now lay it flat again. Look at it. Now once again, bring it up and make it into a 3D. And spin it. Okay, now make it flat again. Picture a square laying flat on the ground like a piece of paper. It can be any color you want. It can be any background you want. It can be anything you want. Now take that square and pick it up and make it into a 3D square like a cube. And spin it. Spin the cube. Now make it flat again. Now pick the cube up, make it into a cube. Spin it. Now make it flat again. Picture a circle. Same thing, any color, any background you want, anything that works for you. There is no wrong, there is no right. It's whatever you want it to be. Now take that circle and pick it up and make it into a three-dimensional ball. Now lay it flat again. Now pick it up and make it into a ball again. And lay it flat. Now, the next thing will be a spiral. Look at a spiral that's flat on the ground. Now take that spiral and take the top of it and stretch it. Stretch it up and let it go down flat. Stretch it up and let it go down flat. Stretch it up and let it go flat. Now, in your mind, picture all four of those things. Picture the triangle, picture the square, picture the ball, and picture the spiral. Whatever way this works for you, whether it's one at a time or whether you can picture them all together doing this, picture turning them all into their 3D shapes. One at a time or all together if you can, doesn't matter. And do this, turning them from their 3D to their 2D, 3D to their 2D. Do all four of them and just keep playing with them, and doing it. Okay, now do that for a few seconds. Now, I want you to picture yourself. Picture a bright ball of light, like far off in the distance. I want you to picture yourself leaving your body as you're, it could be you in a transparent form, it could be you in a light form, whatever it is. Picture yourself leaving your body and stretching towards that light. Now you come back. Now picture yourself stretching towards that light. And then you come back. Now try to picture yourself doing that while the other four shapes are going from 3D to 2D. And you can do it any way you want. You can do them all one at a time. You can do all of them together if you can. But this time you include yourself stretching to that light source and then coming back. So you're stretching out and you're coming back. The triangle is going from 2D to 3D and spinning. The square is going from 2D to 3D and spinning. The circle, same thing, 2D to 3D. The spiral is stretching and coming back, stretching and coming back. You are leaving your body in whatever form you've chosen, going to that light source and coming back. Going to that light source and coming back. Okay. Now, take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. Another deep breath. Hold it. And let it go. What that exercise does is it helps you to realize that source is there whenever you need it. You can go to it and you can come back. And what this has done is it is stretching out your mind, and eventually if you keep doing this, I mean, if you did it once a day, it's fine, once a week, I mean, but the more you do it, the more it's going to help. But what it's doing is it's stretching out your mind. It's kind of rewiring you is what it's doing. And I mean, you're going to see amazing results from this because you're going to know you have, your faith is, it'll be proven to you. I mean, it won't be something that, he's like, oh God, I hope this happens. I hope this happens. Trust me, I mean, after a while, you're going to realize this is going to happen. Just when, I don't know, but I'll enjoy the ride until then. All right, it looks like my time is just about up. So next week, what I want to do is, we've gone over, law of attraction and what it is. Next week, what I want to do is work on beliefs. What are our beliefs? Why they're there? Subconscious beliefs that might be holding us back that we don't even know about. I'm going to try to show you some ways to get to them and release them. And I mean, once you bring them, you're going to be amazed at this, because once you can bring beliefs to the surface and take a look at them, you're going to realize it's like, these aren't really my beliefs, because this isn't the vibration I want to have. So, I mean, what is this belief and where did it come from? And once you let it go, it's like you're going to be amazed at things that you're going to be thinking and new ideas. A lot of times we're not going to see ideas that are going to move us forward until we change our vibrations and we're ready to see them. So this is all going to help, getting rid of these beliefs. It's going to give you a new vibration, and that's it. All right, I think that's it for me. Thursday nights, we're going to do this 8:30, whatever time, because I can do it as long as I want. All right, peace out.